Alright, so this is something that I've wanted to do probably the last few weeks, but I haven't had the chance and I haven't had the time, but I'm going to be going through my kind of game day post day. So the commentating day did happen about a few weeks ago, but the problem was a bunch of my audio that I did use to record a lot of the stuff because it was a bit loud inside, and it was also like beforehand I tried to use my mics, tried to be professional, and all the audio is gone and it just sounds like I'm just moving my mouth and nothing is coming out except one, two clips that I was using my Apple headphone mic that seemed to work, but for whatever reason the Rode mic just did not want to work. Anyway, I'm going to be recapping it post commentating day, just to kind of walk through the day that went through. I got a bunch of B-roll, I got a bunch of clips that's going to be over playing right now. But yeah, let's talk about my first time commentating, because that was an absolute experience. That was something that I won't forget. I had a lot of fun. Very exciting, very nerve-wracking, I didn't know what was going to happen. I've also got the game day clip next to me just because I was kind of trying to refresh what went on. So pretty much for the game day, you kind of got to get there a little bit early to set up, get a bit organized, especially because it was the first home game of the season. So there was a lot going on, a lot that we had to prepare for, and then everybody had to kind of like help everybody get organized, especially for the people that was their first time. So it was like my first time, the camera operator's first time. Luckily, I was with the commentator that is one of the most experienced people doing it. He's been doing it for like 3 years or something, and you can absolutely tell the way that he calls the games. He's got a lot of energy. He's like really great at what he does, and he was very helpful, super comforting, and he didn't make me feel like I was super pressured into talking too much. Or he was like, just talk as much as you want. If you don't feel like talking, if you don't know what to say, you can stay quiet and it's all good. So that was like my initial introduction. I pretty much got to the arena. I got there an hour and a half to 2 hours before the first game, because I was like, I'm catching the train, I'm catching the bus. I got to make sure that I'm there on time and I'm not missing anything, and like nothing happens and doesn't go on. Everything went really smoothly. I got there super early, which did help me like film some more B-roll, which is always nice. I'm currently walking to the game. I'm very early, but I decided to get here a lot earlier, so I didn't risk being late. So apologies for the background noise. This is a side street, but it's very busy and there's a lot of cars, please. But yeah, we're going to get there very early because we're also going to get set up and everything, so let's go. So once we got there, they had the youth league that was playing. I didn't want to record any of the youth league because they were under 18, and so I got there, I watched the rest of that game. That game was super intense. Then we got introduced. We got like the person who runs it, her name's Kira. She's super helpful, super nice, and she just talked us through everything that was going to be going on during the day. But they didn't really have much communication with the commentators. Like, I never had a lot of communication with the commentators. All we had was like a 1 hour kind of, this is commentating, this is the do's, these are the don'ts, good luck. That was run by Jake Cameron, which was super cool, super nice of him to come out of his time to actually help us get a better understanding on what we got to do. But yeah, so once the games actually began, so pretty much we had to set up our booth, we had to wheel it, we're sitting right in front of the line, right in front of like the gameplay action. We don't have any monitors or anything, we're literally just seeing what you see is what you get. He had a laptop, I didn't have a laptop, I didn't know I needed to bring a laptop. I was told, oh yeah, we'll provide you with some stats and stuff, and then I was given zero information other than that. So I didn't bring anything except a camera to vlog, which in hindsight, terrible idea. But Will, the other guy, he was super nice. He let me look at his laptop so I could read off some stats and then help call some stuff from that as well, which was really nice. So once we all set up our own stuff and everything, we had our team sheets, and I also had trouble remembering a lot of players' names. It was also trying to put names to faces and numbers, and I realized throughout the entire thing I kept looking at the wrong sheet of paper every time I was trying to call out somebody's name, which made me a bit more hesitant. But that's just something to learn from. I mean, a lot of this was just like a learning experience, especially because first game of the home season, a lot of chaos is going on around here. But yeah, like during the first game, it went pretty well up until about half time, when the stats just stopped updating, and we didn't realize it was like an everyone issue. We thought it was our computer at first, and then I tried checking my phone and I couldn't see anything, and we were like, well, I guess we got to wing it. I guess we got to hope that we're not missing anything. Like we didn't have any score. Well, we had the score updates in the arena, but we didn't realize that nobody watching at home or anything could not check the score. And then the other big thing was we didn't have any updated stats, so we were kind of, at first we were just saying like, oh, they haven't gotten any assists this quarter, even though it wasn't them, it was the fact that it just hadn't updated. They probably did have a few assists, but we missed it. And then towards the end of the game, we're trying to call out like, oh, like I'm trying to remember the players' names right now. So during the game, we'll be like, oh, Meg Jefferson, which I believe is this is her 9th or 10th free throw at the line, and we kind of had to just try and hope that the other one was right. And I feel it was a very tough situation. It's not really ideal, especially for a first game. I mean, I guess it did help me just be like wing it a bit more, just stay stuff with a bit more confidence, which I did struggle with the first game. But by the time the second game started, I did feel a lot better when the men's came around a lot, because it was, I mean, both games were a blowout, which isn't ideal for anyone, especially like us trying to stay not interested, because like the entire time you're interested, but trying to talk about the game that's going on without feeling like, okay, and Newcastle have scored again, and Newcastle have scored again. Jefferson has done like just controlling the game the way that she wants to. Sydney are trying to fight back, but they're struggling. It's like you're trying to find the right words to make it feel like, you know, things aren't going to plan for the team, but you can kind of like try and sort out for the next season. It's hard, but it's good bonding experience as well. So hopefully the next time I do it, I do have a bit more of a competitive game. Then when the men's came around, I felt a lot more confident. I felt a lot at ease trying to talk. Still struggled and stumbled a fair bit, and I tried to rewatch it, and I'm just so annoyed at myself. So if you did watch the game and you noticed, hey, that guy was really struggling. Yes, I was trying to find a goal, which is kind of weird because I literally talk to a camera every single day talking about basketball for the last 2.5 years, and yeah, no, it's a whole different story when you're live and you know you can't do a retake. Alright, and that is a wrap for our first game. So I am currently walking back to the station. It's like 9:30 at night now. Like, we've had 2 games. Women's was a bit sad to see the Comets go down, but you know what, watching the men's team really did uplift the spirits because they were fantastic and they looked like they were a bit of a underdog for the NBL 1 East, which is actually really cool to see. But all in all, very good, fun night. I was so nervous that first half. But probably do a bit of a talk over during a lot of that because I got a bunch of B-roll, but I couldn't really film while commentating because I was trying so hard to focus and make sure I didn't forget names and make sure I could see stats and everything, because there was a point when we could not see the female stats, and that was not fun at all. But I feel like it's a good place to leave things off. It's been fun. First adventure, on to the next one. Well, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Hope you guys listening to me rant about it a little bit. Hopefully this went well and the edit finally finishes up. And you guys, if you want to hear more about me going out and doing commentating or anything that's going on in my life, I'm going to be starting vlogging on this channel a lot more, hopefully at least like once a week. That is the goal. But yeah, I will see you all next time.